Jack Doherty is in huge trouble again, and this is going to lock Jack Doherty up. Not for one day like a few days ago. Now Jack Doherty is going to jail for a long time, and I mean long. He is actually going for a long time, I can promise you that. The legal authorities have found huge, literally huge, criminal activities in his OnlyFans agency, and Jack Doherty's ex-girlfriend, McKinley Richardson, is all of a sudden asking for help from Jack Doherty.
Hey Michael, guess who just texted me? Like, what?
Yeah, you know crazy?
What?
It happened the other day, but I didn't like say anything. Because it was I knew it was some bullshit. That's so.
It's like he talks all the on the internet. Like, he straight up used me for absolutely everything. And then, boom, when they need help, it's like, emergency, please, call me SOS. Like, shut the f***, never talk to me ever again, mother.
In today's video, you will get to see Jack Doherty's arrest, and all of a sudden, the buzz is actually leading Jack Doherty's situation into a Sean Diddy Combs way. Now Jack Doherty is on the verge of being exposed and ready to head to prison for a long time. As Jack Doherty was arrested a few days ago in Miami Beach after police reportedly found illegal substances and witnessed reckless behavior with the officers, the authorities are now continuing their investigation against him. Now Jack's situation has turned into a total backlash for him after the allegations his ex-girlfriend McKinley Richardson made about him. Yes, you heard that right. If McKinley ends up filing any lawsuit against Jack Doherty, then Jack is totally cooked.
If she really wants to get back at him, if she's really mad about that, it's simple. It's so easy to get a restraining order right now based on just these activities.
Because the evidence against him is now piling up, which I will also show you later. But before that, the clips are coming up showing Jack Doherty looking obsessed and extremely tense when he got notified about the lawsuit on stream.
Hello? Okay, I'll join it in like 5 minutes. Sorry, I'm just finishing something up. All right, sorry. Thank you. Bye. I gotta call my lawyers.
Jack Doherty is now about to face even more charges regarding his OnlyFans agency allegations and Jack's abusive behavior toward his ex-girlfriend, McKinley. So guys, Jack Doherty's OnlyFans business completely collapsed the moment his ex-girlfriend, McKinley Richardson, broke off the contract and ended things with him.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up.
Not only did she leave, she also exposed all of Jack's abusive behavior and how he was treating other girls involved in his so-called management agency.
Gave him, access to my accounts and all of this stuff. The disrespect started showing.
This exposure didn't just damage his image, it made Jack Doherty look like a potential criminal, especially after the kind of evidence McKinley brought forward. Now here's the wild part. Jack himself admitted that while McKinley was working under him, he was making around $500,000 a month just from her content alone.
Evil, bro. Evil. He just took 500 grand a month from me.
$500,000 every single month, but those days are gone. The same McKinley who once made Jack Doherty give her so much money is now becoming the one who might lead Jack Doherty to prison permanently. You're shocked after hearing that, right? If that wasn't possible, then Jack wouldn't be so obsessed and so tense about the situation. Right now, Jack Doherty is desperately trying to prove that McKinley is a liar. Sometimes Jack even acts on stream like McKinley called him asking for help.
Hey Michael, guess who just texted me? Like, what?
Yeah, you know crazy?
What?
It happened the other day, but I didn't like say anything. Because it was I knew it was some bullshit. That's so.
It's like he talks all the on the internet. Like, he straight up used me for absolutely everything. And then, boom, when they need help, it's like, emergency, please, call me SOS. Like, shut the f***, never talk to me ever again, mother.
I'm not supporting McKinley either, because I know the girls connected with Jack are all shady and reckless, and they honestly have no respect for anyone. And even though what they do is all for money, Jack Doherty, he used them and also did a lot of abusive things to them. Jack Doherty needs to be held accountable. And to hide all of this, just look at what Jack is saying in his recent podcast, how he's trying to remove all the blame from his name.
All the twisted thing they said, like I've forced her into OnlyFans as if she didn't have a fan fix and was selling her body on another platform right before she started OnlyFans, before she even met me. And then like saying I introduced Adderall to her, like she already had an Adderall prescription like for years, like she's been on Adderall. What else was there? Like I flipped a golf cart on her on purpose. Like that's crazy. Like it's not, now she's saying I did it on purpose after we broke up. It's like insane. Like I would never flip a golf cart on a girl on purpose. Like that's insane.
But what Jack Doherty is saying is all a lie and nothing else. If I say for 1 second that McKinley is lying to get sympathy, then what about the others? From people around Piper Raquel to every girl Jack Doherty has been connected with, multiple people keep saying that Jack Doherty was an abuser.
Doherty, I'm a good man. I don't need anything.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Wait, what?
Again.
And the allegations against Jack Doherty about him dealing with underage girls in his agency also not lies.
I knew you were 16. but they didn't say anything. Okay.
Because they didn't really think it was a big deal.
But this time, Jack Doherty is straight up lying like no legal consequences could ever come to him. But that's actually not happening. Multiple charges can be applied to Jack Doherty this time, while the allegations against him over his OnlyFans agency are still being investigated. Even lawyers and legal experts are concerned about that issue.
So because these both went down in Florida, there's a very reasonable legal basis for her to take at least some action here. And I think that could have wide repercussions on him and hit him much harder than a slap on the wrist with necessarily these drug charges, right? Which might just get him probation. And let me talk about that real quick, because I think with McKinley, these are the real liabilities. And this is what people don't realize when you pull stuff like this, particularly with the wedding setting and everything like that. You had intentional infliction of emotional stress, taking all of her OnlyFans money, etc., all that sort of stuff. That is classic IIED, intentional infliction of emotional stress. And I think there's a high likelihood if she chose to go after that and she was serious about it, I think she could look for some liability there. You've got fraudulent inducement, misrepresentation, tricking her into an OnlyFans management contract.
I completely agree with you on that point. I know McKinley is not someone who deserves defense from the public, but what has happened and what Jack Doherty did with a lot of girls, if Jack Doherty is not held accountable soon, then in the future Jack Doherty will not be very far from becoming the next Epstein. And Jack Doherty is acting like that because while McKinley is making these kinds of allegations against Jack, the way Jack reacted is crazy. He even once said that his team should be pressing McKinley on that situation.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I know who to say.
No, please.
Since McKinley exposed him, that's why Jack Doherty made his entire crew go against McKinley to attack her whenever they find her. And Jack even said himself that she can't do anything to him. But legal authorities are piling up against him, and what Jack Doherty did to McKinley was illegal. What McKinley said about Jack Doherty and how Jack treated her has now become a backlash for Jack Doherty.
Breach of contract. There was duress in that signing of that contract. Invasion of privacy. You're streaming personal life without consent. It looked like there was no consent there. You've got defamation, a false portrayal of her image as immoral and a gold digger, etc. All those things stacked together. And at the very end, I wanted to put the cream, the cherry on top is a restraining order. I think the Florida crimes he just committed makes the perfect legal basis for a restraining order. At a very bare minimum, McKinley could hit him with a restraining order.
These are the points you're hearing that could make Jack Doherty face permanent prison time once again, because the authorities will not let one guy walk around without consequences after so many reckless activities he has done. Even if you remember, once McKinley said Jack Doherty was stalking her with an AirTag, but just watch what Jack Doherty replied about that.
I wanted to know about the AirTag situation. I want to know.
Oh,
so like, you actually put that in there?
You are lying straight to my face.
Operation AirTag?
No, Operation AirTag. No, that's funny though. But no, it's not like that at all. Like that's just drama for clicks and views, and she knows what she's doing, bro. Like low key, like a lot of things with that whole situation are just twisted as fuck to like make me look bad because she knows I'm not responding to it. The very next thing they post is an OnlyFans promo. You know, like me and Camila are dropping a movie. Da da da.
So whatever Jack is lying about to everyone, and however he is manipulating the situation, it will all come out when the authorities take him into custody once again. And the judge and prosecutors also need to be concerned about all of this, because this time, it won't be any kind of drama. The allegations and the crimes are so serious that Jack Doherty will not be able to escape the consequences.
You know, make sure the judge is properly informed about this guy and make sure they know, hey, prosecutors, this guy is going to go out and engage in this behavior. If anything, the law enforcement knows what type of attitude he has. They saw what type of respect he has for law enforcement, which is zero. And because he absolutely doesn't respect anybody, he only cares about himself. I think it's a great situation for very strict probation conditions. And lastly, if McKinley Richardson, if it was not for drama, if it was all kayfabe and stuff like that, if she's real, if she's sincere, I would strike now. Because she hasn't done anything yet, and there's no the statute of limitations has not run on this stuff. She can still go in Florida and pursue all of those claims, all of them, which could financially devastate him, at least get him into a situation where he's got to settle for a large amount. And it's the perfect time to sue Doherty right now. At a minimum, go file that restraining order and get that done.
So there you have it. Jack Doherty's web of lies, manipulation, and reckless behavior is finally catching up to him. Mounting allegations, serious legal consequences, and authorities closely investigating every move, it's clear this time Jack won't be able to slide away. Stay tuned because this story is far from over, and the next chapter could change everything for him.